Now, before we review the trading on the floor of the Nigerian Stock Exchange today, here's updates about the suspension of 4 companies listed on the NSE. In a bulletin published today, the NSE announced that it has lifted the suspension placed on Premier Paints PLC, Eco Corporation PLC, Austin Lazen Company PLC, and Academy Press PLC. Now, they were all suspended for non-compliance with the NSE's trading rules, but having fulfilled requirements such as submitting their financial statements, they can now resume trading. Now, moving on, it was a bullish run on the Nigerian Stock Exchange today as it recovered its 0.24% loss in the All-Share Index yesterday to close at an increase of 0.33%, while the market capitalization actually increased by 38 million naira to close at 11.738 billion naira today. Now, let's take a look at our top gainers. We see that Nestle Nigeria PLC continues its dominance on the top gainers table today. Now, its share sold for 1,360 naira on Friday last week. It opened the week selling at 1,380 naira per share, as we can see here. And this figure has actually jumped by 3.62%, selling at 1,430 naira today. Now, CCNN, the cement company of Northern Nigeria, and Nigerian Breweries, as we can see over here, were actually on the top losers charts for yesterday. But investors have actually picked interest in their shares as the share prices increased by 9.81% and 1.25% respectively. Now, on the top losers chart, we see that the consumer goods sector is dominating this list. Flour Mills of Nigerian PLC lost by 5.95%. And this actually is the lowest share value in the past 6 trading sessions. It is followed by Guarantee Trust Bank, which lost by minus 2.79%. Now, let's see who are dominating the top traders charts. The banking sector is on the top of this table, led by Fidelity Bank PLC, which sold over 22 million shares today, worth over 42.225 million naira. Now, Regal Insurance is next on the list, selling a total of 19.400 million naira. And now we have Guarantee Trust Bank. Now, GTB might have actually made losses in terms of value of its share price, but they still top in terms of volume. GT Bank sold 11.783 million shares today, worth 447.070 million naira. And here's for you a summary of today's trading activities. 3,063 deals were traded on the NSE. 149.653 million shares were sold, and they were worth 2.793 billion naira. Now let's review the global stock market. We see actually that the Financial Times and London Stock Exchange FTSE actually dipped into the red by 58 points to close at 0.89% as investors actually traded with caution. Dow Jones is in the green today, just like yesterday, up by 0.45%. And the biggest tech companies like Apple are the best performers as the US midterm elections are even underway. And in Japan, equities are climbing up by 1.14%. After Monday's pullback, and this is despite losses at one of Japan's biggest telecommunications conglomerate, SoftBank.